Okay, so review unit 3. So we're going to go through these first 4. I'm going to show you how I do it, and then you make sure you have all the information down. So right here on number 1, we have variables on both sides. I'm going to draw a line down the equal sign. I'm going to move my smaller to my bigger. That's what I like to do. I love my variable on the left side, but it doesn't have to be that way, and so this time it's not. So I'm going to move this 6x to this side. Okay, one side, 6x minus 6x cancels out. It leaves me 18 on the left, and then 8x minus 6x is 2x, and then minus 8, we just drop that down. So I'm going to next move my numbers away. So I'm going, the opposite of negative 8 is positive 8. If I add 8 to both sides, I get 26 equals 2x. And I kind of ran out of room because I write really big, so I'm going to move what I have up here. Okay, so 2 and x are multiplying. The opposite of multiply is to divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. That can't 2 and 2 cancel, and that leaves me x, and 26 divided by 2 is 13. So my solution should be x is 13. Okay, number 2. What's up?
Do you have to do it the same way?
No, it doesn't have to be the same way. Guys, I could do this problem probably 4 different ways. Does that make sense? There's probably 4 different ways you could start with a different. As long as we're getting the same solution, then you have the same idea. But it doesn't have to be you don't have to do it this way. Because, you know, some people would move the 8x over here and then get a negative. But then you start dealing with negatives. So I try to move the smaller to the bigger. And so I deal with negatives a little less. Does that make sense? But there's probably 4 different ways to work this, and as long as you're coming out with that same solution, then you have the right idea. Okay, number 2. Okay, so we have 12x minus 18 equals 13x plus 18. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to move this 12x over here. Okay, and then I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to say negative 18 equals x plus 18. Well, I don't have anything else to do with x, but I need to move that 18 first, so I'm going to subtract 18, subtract 18. Here's where we weren't super careful yesterday. We need to know that x is left on the right. I'm just moving it over there. Negative 18 minus 18 is 2 negatives. Add and keep the sign, or you can leave, change, and get negative 36. This is where your calculator should come into use right here. You should be checking your integer rules, making sure negative 18 minus 18. I should plug that in and check myself. Number 3, right here, we're going to solve for x, still variable on both sides. I'm going to move the smaller, so I'm going to move the 4x over here. Okay, and I get 5x minus 7, and that's canceling, so it just leaves me 8 on the left side. Like I said before, I really like my x's on the other side, but for today it works. I'm going to move my 7 to the left side. And that's going to cancel that. It's going to leave me 5x equals 15. Okay, and then I'm going to rewrite this up here. I'm going to divide both sides by 5. Okay, and I'm going to have x equals 3. Where's your unit? Where's your review? Go look on the board over there. Okay, last number 4. Okay. So I have a variable on both sides. I have a negative variable, so it's best to make it positive. So I'm going to add x to both sides. Okay, and that's going to give me, cancel it here, negative 1. X plus x is 2x minus 21. Okay, so I'm going to move my 21 now. I'm still solving for x. I'm trying to move everything away from x that I possibly can. Okay. And I have 2x right here. Negative 1 plus 21 is positive 20. So if I rewrite that here, I'm just running out of room. That's why I'm rewriting it. I'm not rewriting it because I need to, just so I can. I'm going to divide both sides by 2, and x is going to equal 10. So that should be all 4 answers right there. Hopefully you got them all correct. Okay. Number 5. Number 5 is a word problem, okay? So we got to break it down. It says, Patsy is researching shippers for her business. We deliver. We deliver ships packages at a rate of 6 plus. Okay, so I'm not going to look at this. When I finish reading, I'm going to come back and look at that. 6 plus 20 cents for each pound. Bless you. Ship It delivers packages at a rate of 5 plus 30 cents for each pound. Which equation could be used to find how many pounds P the package must weigh for the prices to be the same? Okay, I'm going to write my own equation, and then I'm going to look for one that matches what I think should be it. So I'm saying 6 plus. Well, that just has to be a positive 6. Okay, and then this is also positive, so 0.20 per pound, right? So P. Okay, and then I have 5 plus 30 cents per pound, so 5 plus 30p. Okay, so that's what I have. Now, is there something that matches over here? Well, 6 and 20. That one looks pretty much like mine. Correct? I think it's this one. This one is not it because 5 goes with 30, not 20. This is distributing the P to each thing, and we don't want to distribute it to each thing. We only want to distribute it times the price per pound. So that's not it. Okay, and then 6P, this is multiplying the shipping fee times the pounds, and we don't want to do that either. So answer choice A is the best choice. Number 6, there's a lot of reading here. Identify which of the following situations corresponds to the equation 5m plus 3 equals 6m plus 12. Okay. Student A's time is computed after 3 seconds of time are added to his 5-minute mile time. Okay, 3 seconds added to 5-minute mile. Student B's time is computed after 12 seconds are taken off of his 6-minute mile. So taken off means subtract, right? So that automatically knocks A. Student A's time is computed after 12 seconds of time are added to his 5-minute mile. Student B's time is computed after 3 seconds are added to his 6-minute mile. Well, that has on backwards. So that's wrong. Student A's time is computed after 3 seconds of time are added to the 5-minute mile time. Student B's time is computed after 12 seconds are added to his 6-minute mile time. Okay, how many miles have gone by when student A and student B have equivalent? I think it's C, but let's read D just to make sure. Student A's time is computed after 12 seconds of time are removed. Removed means subtract automatically because everything was adding. Okay, so C is our answer choice there. Okay. So number 7. Sorry, I don't know why we're all coughing and hacking. Okay, number 7. It says identify which of the following problem situations corresponds to the equation if X represents the number of oranges that 1 acre of land. Okay, man, this one is kind of like the one that's on the test, and I just don't really love it, but we're going to talk about it. So break it down. If 2/3 of 1 acre, so that's that, produces 15 more bags of oranges than an acre, then how many bags of oranges does 1/3? Okay, well, then how many? Are we really deciding, what are we saying that if we're putting that equal sign, what are we saying there? That it's what? Equivalent, right? If 2/3 of an acre produces 15 fewer bags of oranges than 1/3 of an acre, then how many bags of oranges does 1 acre yield? If 2/3 of an acre produces 15 more bags of oranges than 1/3 of an acre, then how many bags of oranges does an acre yield? So even the wording is terrible here. If 2/3 of an acre produces 15 fewer bags of oranges than an acre, then how many bags of oranges does 1/3? Okay, so if 2/3 of an acre produces 15 fewer bags, is that really what's happening there? No. 15 fewer bags. Really what's happening is it's happening more, so we have to subtract that 15. Does that make sense? So I would say if 2/3 of an acre is 15 more bags of oranges than 1/3 of an acre, so this is really, the answer is answer choice C. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. So I'm going to end here for just a minute, okay, because it's almost at 10 minutes.